Hello, legendary leaders, and welcome once again to another enlightening episode of Legendary Leadership Bites. I'm your host, Fatah Khan, legendary leadership coach, a TEDx speaker, and a best-selling author. Today, I'm going to talk about a topic that can help you to actually grow fast in your career. A topic that can actually solve a big query that a lot of people have. What is this? The five high income skills that AI cannot replace in the next decade. Now, a lot of people ask me this question, Fatah, since AI is now into picture, it's going to replace a lot of jobs. So how do we save the jobs? And I remember the last company which I worked for during the years 2018, 2019, I was working for the automation and artificial intelligence, and we were doing a lot of automation. And people used to get scared of automation, and a lot of people used to ask, hey, AI is going to replace the jobs. What is the future? What is the future? How do we actually save our future? And how do we stay relevant in the organization? And how do we sustain? Now, the thing that I'm going to talk about is not just going to help you to sustain in any organization, but continue to grow in any organization. Because I'm going to talk about how you can stay relevant in the organization and what are the top skills, what are the high income skills that AI cannot replace, at least for the one next decade. What are these skills? Number one, emotional intelligence. Now we all know that AI struggles to understand emotions of people, right? Today we have chat gpt, we have many other AI tools that we can use, but AI can understand the data, but AI cannot understand the emotion. It cannot customize things based on emotions. It cannot understand the emotions of people, right? The emotions in terms of like the happiness, the sad state, the angry state, the frustrated state. AI cannot understand that. Of course, you can actually talk to AI and talk about the tonality and everything, but AI cannot really understand emotions. So, emotional intelligence is the skill which is going to be like the high paying skill, high income skill, because people who are emotionally intelligent, they can actually deal well with people. And like after a certain stage in the corporate world, if you have to grow, you should be able to deal with people very well. You should be able to handle teams very well, and you should be able to lead teams very well, because it becomes all about people, because your people will handle your tools, processes, systems, but you as a leader should be able to learn how to handle people and their emotions, and of course your own emotions as well. But this is one skill which AI cannot replace for at least the next one decade, which is emotional intelligence. Now, the second skill which I'm going to talk about is creativity and innovation. Now, while AI can analyze the data and generate insights, but it cannot become creative and it cannot innovate, right? Think of it. Who created AI? Who created artificial intelligence, machine language, chat GPT, or whatever tools you talk about? It is the human being, right? The creativity, the innovation has come from the human being. AI can learn a lot of data, but how much data it can keep learning and what can it keep doing? It can learn immense amount of data, but creativity is something that is a crucial skill which can help any organization grow. And creativity, individuals who can actually be creative, individuals who can bring up innovative solutions, because see, it's not like one solution fits all, and it is not about you give a scenario, you come up with a solution based on certain things. No, it is about creativity. It's about thinking creatively in terms of different things. How do we pivot the solutions? How do we look at in different scenarios, different solutions? That is how innovation and creativity becomes a crucial skill. And if you have that skill, or if you are able to develop that skill, AI cannot replace the skill. And the number three, the third one, which is a skill, a high income skill that AI cannot replace, is complex problem solving. Now, we all know business is about solving problems. The bigger the problems that you are able to solve, the more money you make, right? Technology problems, big problems, right? Innovation in terms of like artificial intelligence or anything, all these problems are big problems. When you are able to solve big problems, you can make more money, you can create more impact. And that is how people who are able to solve complex problems, they will stay relevant in the industry, they will grow in the organization, because AI can solve the problems to a certain extent, but it cannot solve the complex problems, and especially the people problems. Think of it. There are different problems with people, different scenarios, different situations. So complex problem solving skills is the fourth skill, or is the third skill which I'm talking about, which AI cannot replace. And then we get into the fourth high income skill. What is this? This is critical thinking. Now, critical thinking is something which human beings can do. AI can provide immense data. AI can provide a lot of information. Today, we are in the age where information is flooded, but humans are needed to interpret that data. AI cannot interpret all the data at once. AI cannot do everything, right? We still need humans, and especially in places where critical thinking is involved, right? Where analyzing data, and then actually the logical part of it and the other parts which have to be covered, all these things comes under critical thinking, right? Where critical thinking is also about in terms of how do you think critically and how do you make decisions. Because any organization is like, if any organization has to grow, it is all about the kind of decisions that organizations take, the leaders take. And that's where critical thinking becomes crucial skill, where if you are able to think critically, you are able to take the right decisions, because every decision would cost millions of dollars based on the revenues that the organization are generating. Especially the big organizations, the MNCs, generate huge revenue. And in that, what actually matters a lot is the kind of decisions they make. The kind of, like, think of it in a scenario where a leader has to pick up between two different situations, or between two different softwares or tools, right? And also deciding between the customers or the clients. All these things are what critical thinking and making the right decisions. So that's skill number 4. Now let's enter into the skill number 5. The high income skill number 5 is interpersonal skills. These skills are the skills which are crucial for you to grow, because AI cannot replace these skills, like communication and collaboration, right? As a team member, how do you communicate to the other team member? How do you communicate to teams? How do you communicate with other people? Like your interpersonal skills, and how do you actually collaborate and work together with the other team members? How do you collaborate and work in a different atmosphere, in an environment where people are like crucial projects, programs are being running, you have different customers, clients coming from various parts of the globe? How do you do that? It's all based on interpersonal skills, it's all based on communication and collaboration. Now AI cannot replace this. So these are the top 5 high income skills which AI cannot replace. And if you actually look at it in a nutshell, these skills are also the crucial skills for anybody to become a great leader. So if I have to summarize, you need to become a great leader, in fact, a legendary leader, so that AI cannot replace you, AI cannot replace your job, and you are still earning high income, because these are the 5 high income skills which AI cannot replace, which are emotional intelligence, creativity and innovation, complex problem solving, creative critical thinking, and interpersonal skills. If you are able to develop all these skills, you can definitely beat AI, and you can still continue to grow. You don't have to look for sustaining in a job. You don't have to look for survival in a job. You can keep growing, and you can accelerate your career growth and become a legendary leader. Thank you for joining this episode. Until our next episode, keep leading with purpose and impact. Stay inspired, stay influential. Thank you.